Hello, welcome back to PDSN. Today we're breaking down a story that looks smaller than on the surface, but underneath it's a tactical shift in how GameStop is trying to survive, evolve, and maybe even renovate itself, reinvent itself. This started with a comment on one of my videos. GameStop isn't dying. They already converted themselves into a tech company. The stockholders voted to acquire eBay. Now, let me get this straight. GameStop didn't acquire eBay, but the truth behind the comment, it's actually way more interesting than the rumor. GameStop is a $4 to $6 billion company. eBay is a $50 to $60 billion company. On paper, the idea of GameStop buying eBay sounds like a homeless guy offering to buy out Bill Gates. It's absurd. But here's the twist. GameStop wasn't trying to buy eBay. They were trying to buy leverage. They poked the bear loudly to force eBay to look at them, and eBay did look. Let me tell you something from experience. I used to sell on eBay. I know how the ecosystem works. And when I heard GameStop was making a move toward eBay, I heard one thought. This is about access, not ownership. GameStop needed a global marketplace, a high-volume outlet, a stable supply chain, a collector ecosystem, a place to offload inventory, a way to scale without building a new store, a digital identity that isn't a dying retail chain. Building your own auction platform would cost hundreds of millions and take years. Plugging into eBay, instant infrastructure. eBay already has 132 million buyers, 18 million sellers, global shipping, bidding systems, seller dashboards, buyer protection, authentication programs, mass collector community. GameStop already has trading, refurbishing, grading, authentication, nostalgia inventory, physical drop-off points, brand recognition. Put those together and you get a collector's super platform. Pokemon, Magic, retro consoles, limited editions, rare gaming, collectibles, and a flowing through GameStop supply chain, but sold on eBay Marketplace. That's the real synergy. This is where PDSN angle comes in. GameStop isn't just trying to survive, they're trying to shift sovereignty from being dependent on physical retail to being part of a global digital marketplace. This is a sovereignty move in three layers. One, GameStop wants to control over inventory, enters the market not through dying stores, but through a digital channel. Two, instead of building their own auction hub, they plug into eBay's. They gain research without building infrastructure. Three, GameStop being the store at the mall, GameStop being the store at the mall, they're becoming a digital commerce brand embedded inside eBay's ecosystem, an online wall of sorts. This is the same pattern we're seeing across tech companies, shifting from physical identity to digital sovereignty. GameStop is late, but not stupid. Here's the part nobody talks about. If GameStop becomes part of eBay's ecosystem, the power dynamic flips. eBay gets more sellers, more buyers, more categories, more transactions, more collectibles, more nostalgia markets. GameStop gets global reach, stable supply, instant marketplace access, digital identity, a collector's audience, a future by beyond physical stores. GameStop doesn't need to own eBay. They just need to embed themselves inside eBay. And that's exactly what this move was about. So let's wrap this up clearly. GameStop didn't buy eBay. GameStop didn't need to buy eBay. GameStop tried to force a strategic conversion. eBay responded because the synergy is real. This is a sovereign shift in gameplay's identity, or GameStop's identity. This is about plugging into the global marketplace instead of building one. This is about collectors, nostalgia, and digital comics. This is the future of physical media, not dying but transforming. GameStop isn't dead, they're evolving. And this eBay play, whether it succeeds or not, is the clearest sign of their evolution. Like, follow, and subscribe. We'll be back with more. Have a good morning.